So the way that we used to date and the way that we date right now is so different and has changed so much in society because of the technological differences in what it used to be back then, say 90s, early 2000s, than what it is right now. So we're used to, for example, if you live in Little Rock, Arkansas, and you live in North Little Rock, you periodically will meet people who may live in surrounding communities like Jacksonville or Bryan or South Little Rock, North Little Rock, and you would date only what you was able to see, particularly if you went to the mall. And when you were at the mall, you would go there, you look for clothes, but you will also have the ability to see other people that were around in that space. So you pretty much only had to pick and choose what you was able to see. Then cell phones, social media started coming around. And as soon as social media started coming around, now people have the option to date outside of the communities in which they live. So somebody from Little Rock can now date somebody who lives in downtown Atlanta or somewhere out in San Diego or wherever, even across the world. So now people feel that their options are completely different, which they are. And now on the women's side, they now have the ability to put their choices out there and dating men who they say make more than six figures a year. However, the men are not able to somewhat find the women that they want to date because now they all have standards. Now, because of technology and social media being into society much more now than it ever has before, now these standards have increased on the women's side of them wanting a man who makes more than six figures a year. What I beg to differ and what I want people to really think about is what is wrong with you going back to the original standards prior to social media. Have the opportunity to date somebody who is at or about the same level as you. What I mean is the people who are making the six, seven figures a year, let them date each other. People who may work at Burger King or McDonald's or any other local community store, let them date each other. What's the difference in the guy who works at Burger King and the lady that works at McDonald's? They don't want to date each other because now the woman that works at McDonald's wants the guy who has the six figure or seven figure job over here. So now that has changed the way that we now operate in society. People do not want to go back to the basics. Maybe we can increase the rate of marriage if people are able to date average people. Average people should be able to date average people without all these superficial things that they're seeing on social media. They're taking the social media lifestyle, they're pushing it on the average people. There's more people who make an average salary of $50,000 to $60,000 a year, and there's less people who make the high six to seven figures a year. We got to get back to the basics. We have to get back to the basics in terms of dating because right now, the world that we live in, things have changed so much. And that's why people are getting hurt in all these videos on YouTube.